Live from the Scripps Studios, this is San Diego's news source, 10 News.
A storm continues to move through the county tonight after dumping rain on our roadways and causing huge problems. Good evening to you at 11 o'clock. I'm Rielle Creighton. Preston Phillips has the night off. We have team coverage of this unusual summer storm. Meteorologist Craig Herrera is tracking a new flash flood watch in effect tonight. But we begin with 10 News reporter Candace Crone live in Serra Mesa. Candace, what are the roads like now?
Well, right now it's fine. We're live in Serra Mesa. Candace Crone, 10 News.
All right, Candace, thank you. Meteorologist Craig Herrera is tracking the wet conditions in the 10 News Pinpoint Weather Center. He's tracking where the rain is now and when it's expected to move out.
Yeah, Rielle, most of it very light at this hour, and getting some of those showers and thunderstorms tomorrow.
Craig, thank you. We're on top of a developing story out of La Jolla where a child was rushed to the hospital tonight. Police tell 10 News someone called 911 during a family gathering at this home on Rutgers Road to report the 3-year-old girl was in distress in the pool. She was taken to Scripps La Jolla. No word on her condition at this hour. We will continue to monitor this story overnight and bring you any new information on 10 News this morning starting at 5 a.m. Meantime, 4 people are happy to be back on dry land tonight after their boat overturned near the Coronado Bridge. 10 News brought you live breaking coverage as the story was unfolding at 5 and 6. 3 men and 1 woman were taken on board the 17-foot boat when another boat went by and created a huge wave, causing them to capsize. They were rescued and taken to the Coast Guard station. Harbor police are now investigating to see if speed or alcohol were factors in the incident. Another horse died today at the Del Mar racetrack. Chattering Gambler had a heart attack close to the end of the 3rd race at around 3:15. It happened on the poly track, not the turf track. The jockey wasn't injured. Chattering Gambler is now the 10th horse to die at Del Mar this race season. The first victim of the deadly Ebola virus is spending his first night in an Atlanta hospital under strict quarantine. Dr. Kent Bradley arrived at Emory University Hospital late this morning wearing protective clothing. ABC's Dan Kleffler explains why doctors are confident the virus will not escape.
The man you see climbing out of the ambulance, Dan Kleffler, ABC News, New York.
400,000 people in Toledo, Ohio being told not to use, drink, cook with, or boil the city water after toxins showed up in routine testing. Tonight, every state agency there is rushing to bring water to residents. The toxins come from harmful algae blooms in Lake Erie, the city's water source. The state is doing more tests to determine when the water will be usable again. And tonight, the search has been called off for a missing Israeli soldier after the Israeli government declared him dead. The Israeli army and militants in Gaza continue to exchange rocket fire. Israeli officials say they believe the military has destroyed most of the tunnels in Gaza believed to be used by Hamas terrorists. But Israel's prime minister says he won't participate in any more ceasefire talks because Hamas cannot be trusted. Tonight, thousands of firefighters are trying to put out 6 major wildfires in central and northern California. One of the most serious is burning in Medoc County, which borders Nevada and Oregon. The so-called day fire was sparked Wednesday by a lightning strike and has burned nearly 13,000 acres. Up to 200 homes and businesses are threatened by that fire, which is just 20% contained tonight. Meantime, tonight crews have nearly finished repairs on the water main that burst near UCLA. Tuesday's break caused 20 million gallons of water to pour onto the campus, destroying the floor inside Poly Pavilion. Workers replaced the nearly century-old pipe and installed new valves. They're now surrounding the pipe with gravel before repaving the giant sinkhole that formed. And now Oceanside police tell 10 News 2 men accused of stabbing another man in the chest after a road rage-induced fight are still on the loose. A 24-year-old man was found stabbed before 2:30 this morning on the 4500 block north of North River Road. Officers say it started as a fight on San Joaquin Street and that the victim fled before realizing he had been stabbed. He is expected to survive. Meantime, organizers are counting the money raised this year at the San Diego Junior Lifeguard Ocean Festival at Mission Beach. Hundreds turned out to have breakfast on the beach, then participate in Willie Calabrese Memorial Run and Swim Run. Willie Calabrese was trapped in this truck when fireworks exploded before a minor league baseball game in Lake Elsinore in 2012, killing him. He was just 20 at the time. Calabrese was a San Diego junior lifeguard, city lifeguard, and an avid surfer. Parents, friends, and loved ones gathered at OG's Pizza Brewing today to root on the Encinitas All-Star Little League team. They lost their first game to Honolulu and San Bernardino today, though they have games all week. The top 4 teams advanced to the semifinals held on Friday. This is the first time the local team has made it to the West Regional Tournament since it was formed in 1957. Well, next, a rare tornado tears through a major city. The surprising news from emergency workers. Plus,
it was shocking to hear that somebody wanted to risk their life to give me a new one.
new tonight, a local dispatcher tells 10 News how a single phone call gave him both a second chance at life and a new lifelong friend. Then they broke a window after people called 911 to say a baby was trapped in this hot van. The surprise they got once inside.
And later.
New tonight, a rare tornado that sent debris swirling over Istanbul, Turkey. A severe weather system created this almost textbook funnel cloud. Residents and tourists admired the formation before taking cover. The system also dumped heavy rain, which led to flooding in some areas. Emergency crews say no serious damage or injuries have been reported. Meantime, new tonight, a 16-year-old from Santa Ana is recovering from severe burns he sustained while doing what's called the fire challenge. A quick warning, you may find this video disturbing. It is an online phenomenon where people light themselves on fire, put it out while their friends watch and laugh, like in this video. Fire crews said in this case the teen poured nail polish remover on his chest, then lit it on fire. 6 weeks ago, a 15-year-old New York boy died after setting himself on fire. Facebook announced it's deleting all videos showing the fire challenge. We check tonight, and Chula Vista police are still searching for the gunman who shot and killed one man and injured another. It happened late last night near the intersection of Industrial Boulevard and Anita. Both victims were taken to the hospital. One of the men died. The other is expected to be okay. And new tonight, making an incredible sacrifice to give the gift of life. Organ donors and the recipients came together to honor multicultural donors and their families to highlight the critical need for people from diverse backgrounds to donate. Today, we met a local dispatcher who met his match in an unexpected way.
Being able to skip 12 hours of dialysis each week.
Fighting back tears.
And spend that time with my family.
At a ceremony to celebrate life, Jeff Mona is trying to put into words his gratitude for the man who saved his.
I don't know if I'm generous, but definitely it is something that I felt, I wanted to do.
Ivan Sablon, a San Diego police officer, Monis, a dispatcher. The two complete strangers now linked forever after what started with a phone call.
I said, I hear that you're in need of a kidney. I'm willing to donate a kidney.
It was shocking to hear that somebody wanted to risk their life to give me a new one.
No matchmaker brought them together, but after enduring dialysis for 3 times a week, 4 hours a day, it turns out these men were a perfect match.
There's so many connections. It's just amazing.
Now, including a kidney. Every bell rung a new chapter, donors and their recipients sharing stories of life and hope.
I celebrate being able to be here for my family and my wife and my daughters and my brother who gave me a gift that I can't repay.
This is National Minority Donors Awareness Week.
And a future they weren't sure they'd have.
Right. Well, it is often more difficult for minorities to receive a transplant and find a match. There are 123,000 Americans waiting for life-saving organs, and more than 20,000 are in California. Of those, 73% are minorities. Well, new tonight, a finalist on season 7 of American Idol has died.
Mama, life had just begun.
A beautiful voice. You remember him. Michael Johns was voted off in the 8th round of the singing competition. After Idol, he released an album called Hold Back My Heart in 2009. According to TMZ, Johns died from a blood clot in his ankle. He was 35 years old. Tonight, volunteer emergency workers in Hoboken, New Jersey, defending their decision to break into an empty van. They thought this doll was a child strapped into a car seat in the back. The owner says her granddaughter left it there, and while the doll was lifelike, a closer look into the window would have solved everything. Rescue crews disagreed.
I saw pictures of the doll, and it looked real. I got 34 years experience in EMS, and I probably would have broke the window too. Seconds are paramount there. That's the difference between a baby breathing, not breathing, pulse, no pulse.
Last year, 44 children died across the country from being left in hot cars. So far this year, there have been 19. Well, after spending 2 months at sea alone in a rowboat, a woman will be sleeping soundly in San Diego tonight.
Welcome back, Elsa.
Elsa Hammond arrived at Shelter Island early this morning. Her friend sent us this video. Hammond left Monterey on June 9th, bound for Hawaii. She didn't make it there, but traveled about 1,000 miles by herself before having to be towed back to shore.
Now, Pinpoint Weather, brought to you by the White Glove guys at ASI Hastings Heating, Air and Solar.
Hopefully she made it back without having to contend with the rain, and we might have some more on the way.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow. This is not over just yet. In fact, when you get some of the storms moving over your home, some pictures again, pictures at 10news.com. Yeah, it looks like a little bit stormy tomorrow as we end the weekend.
All right, Craig, we know you'll stay on top of it. Meantime, coming up, the new open-air fish market opened today on the Embarcadero, with those behind it hope to fix. Plus, just days until the preseason starts, how Chargers fans got into the spirit today. Welcome back. A new open-air fish market opened for business today near Seaport Village, and a big crowd showed up this morning as fishermen brought their fresh catch right up to the pier. The hope is to establish a market similar to Pike Place in Seattle and give San Diego's dwindling fishing industry a boost. And so far, it appears to be a hit. Some waited in line for more than an hour.
As you see, people are hungry for fresh fish. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much it costs. I mean, I'll pay for the fresh fish.
Well, the market will be open Saturdays from 8 to 1. And we're just a few days away from the San Diego Chargers' first preseason game against the Dallas Cowboys. And today, a chance for thousands of fans to get excited. 10 News was at the annual Fan Fest at Qualcomm, with Chargers fanatics erupted as Phillip Rivers led the team onto the field. Fans say they're beyond excited to see familiar faces and the faces of the rookies.
Way more personal. You feel like you can get to see the players behind the scenes, and it just makes you even bigger Charger fan.
In 9 minutes in Sports Extra, hear from the players and who they said they always wanted an autograph from as a child. Coming up, the big plays Chargers fans were treated to as today's Fan Fest scrimmage. Plus, the Padres with some extra inning heroics tonight. The big hit that won the game in the 12th inning. That's next.